97 kilograms of lettuce per square meter, more than 20 times what a traditional field produces. This is the vertical farming promise. Cities are running out of farmland, so innovators looked up instead of out. The skyscraper became the new farm. Singapore's Sky Greens started it all in 2012. Rotating towers, vertical growth, over 500 tons of vegetables every year. Texas-based Eden Green produces 2,500 tons of leafy greens yearly, running 24/7, 365. The technology sounded unstoppable, a $7 billion industry promising to double within a decade.
With a projected growth to double by 2035, we look next at the technology behind the promise.
LED lights replace the sun. Precisely tuned wavelengths, every photon calculated. This isn't farming anymore. This is engineering. Hydroponics, no soil at all. Water-based nutrients delivered directly to the roots, 90% less water than traditional farming. Aeroponics goes even further. Roots suspended in air, misted with nutrients, faster growth, even less water used. Sensors track everything: temperature, humidity, CO2, controlled down to the decimal point. Total precision, zero pesticides needed. Green Spirit Farms, 3 hectares, 6 layers stacked, 17 million plants. This technology seemed unstoppable. Harvest to shelf in as little as 36 hours. Peer-reviewed studies cite yield multipliers up to 390 times traditional farming.
The efficiency numbers looked almost too good to be true. Figures vary by crop and assumption.
Water use, down as much as 99% in some peer-reviewed comparisons. The efficiency numbers looked almost too good to be true.
Exactly. When Silicon Valley's biggest names bet this big, we know we're on the right track.
A $7 billion market. Investors poured in: Jeff Bezos, SoftBank, Silicon Valley's biggest names, all betting on the future of food.
Power levels are dropping.
We have a critical failure in Sector 3. Evacuate the facility now!
Every number pointed toward inevitable success. But numbers don't tell the whole story. The bill was about to come due. 2023, AeroFarms, the industry's pioneer, filed for bankruptcy. $135 million in liabilities. AppHarvest followed. $341 million in debt. Then, Bowery Farming, a $2.3 billion valuation, gone. Plenty Unlimited, nearly $1 billion raised. Its valuation collapsed more than 99%, from $1,900 million to under 15. $14 companies filed for bankruptcy in 2025 alone. Over $1.3 billion in capital evaporated. The core problem: energy costs, up to 40% of operations. The math simply didn't survive contact with reality. Cornell research found vertical farms use 10 times more energy than a sunlight greenhouse. Sunlight is free. Electricity never stops billing. Building costs: $1 to $2 million per acre of growing capacity. Traditional farmland costs a tiny fraction of that. Most grew lettuce and herbs, thin-margin crops, products that simply couldn't support multi-million-dollar automated facilities. The pattern was consistent: scale before proving the economics worked. Build the spectacle first, figure out farming later. Growing demand, collapsing supply-side economics, a genuine paradox. And yet, some companies are still thriving. The failures dominated headlines, but a quieter group kept expanding. 80 Acres Farms, Oishi, a restructured AeroFarms. What did they do differently? Spending discipline, securing buyers before building, treating themselves as farmers first, technology second. This pattern separated survival from collapse. Bowery's smaller 30,000 square foot model generated $150 million in revenue. Steady beat, flashy.
The revenue forecast. Exactly. Steady growth is more important than flashy promises.
This wasn't a failure of the concept itself. It was a failure of a specific playbook. Scale first, prove economics later. Genuine yield potential, genuine financial fragility. Both facts are documented. The technology survives. The business models are still evolving. Can vertical farms really grow 100 tons in a skyscraper? Some already do. The real question was never the yield. It was the economics. What is certain? The science works. The business models are still catching up to the technology's real potential.
The yield was never the question. The economics were.
This investigation is educational. All facts verified through institutional public sources.
Look at these reduced operating costs here. And the revenue diversification confirms the model.
The lesson isn't that vertical farming failed. It's that any promising technology still needs sound economics to survive.
Investigation reveals the practical final message. This approach is driven by sound economics, not just sound science.
Real research, cinematic truth. If this investigation informed your view, subscribe. Join the RSK Empire.